Okay, welcome everybody. It seems that the video is stuck. I'm not sure if it's stuck with you as well, but there is some stuckness going on. Is it also with you?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I can hear and see
Okay,
you, but I can't see myself.
okay, that's good. But I'm on a big screen or on a small screen?
On the
Small
big
screen.
screen.
Yes, exactly. Oh,
You're
yeah, yeah.
small, Bart. You got small.
Yes, that happens all the time, but it goes with the subject. Let's start anyhow.
I see people cheering at you.
Yes, that's happening all the time as well. Okay, welcome everybody. It's so nice to see you all. Okay, so today's subject is about someone with the duality, no one and everyone. And this is extremely interesting because it's one of these qualities which are moving from layer to layer to layer. One moment. Yes, this is better. Now I can see all of you. And it's nicer to talk to somebody to someone you can see. Or can I see everyone? So what I brought forward, it's a very interesting duality and non-dual quality because it moves from layer to layer to layer to layer towards the depth and maybe beyond the depth. It's a movement we are making so often. But what is so important is that we, in a way, are first go to the non-dual quality which is there. And the non-dual quality is someone. Are we someone? What does it mean to be someone? So when you are someone, what we're talking about is about an individuality, a unique individual. Because someone is not everyone, and someone is also no one. I mean, also not no one. So we are talking about our individuality. And when we talk about our individuality, we talk about what we are relating to as me, or what you are relating to as you. So who are you? So if you are someone, and it's a non-dual quality, who are you? So of course, when you ask this question, you can say, okay, I am. Or maybe I'm nobody. Then you're very holy, you are nobody. And even if you're more holy, you are everybody. So let's kind of, move back to the first layer. So much connected with identification. Who are you? What do we generally identify with as human beings? You are your personality, the person you are. This is the level also where psychology is working. You are your personality. And if you've got problems in your personality, then you try to solve the problems within your personality. So if we are our personality in the first level, I am someone. So what do we do? So when we look in general, what we see is so often we kind of sacrifice the someone. We sacrifice the someone because the someone could be rejected or maybe doesn't belong. So we become a no one to become the everyone. And this is also how we talk. Everybody is saying that, everyone decides, everyone knows. So if you come with an individual statement and somebody doesn't agree, so often what we get back is everybody knows that. Everyone knows. So to be part of the everyone, to belong on this level, we have to sacrifice the someone, become the no one, to be part of everyone. We need to let go of our own individual perception, beliefs, understanding. We have to sacrifice this. And what is happening when we sacrifice this? We let go of something. We let go of an identification, which is maybe healthy, but we also let go of something which is deeper. A deeper identity. And this is also happening in inner growth. If we identify very strongly with our personality, at a certain point, we have to let go of this identification. And then there is this period that we become no one. And sometimes from no one, we make the movement outwards to everyone. But we can make a movement inwards where it becomes maybe an and. And we are someone. We hit a deeper identity. And we become everyone because we recognize this deeper identity in everything around ourselves. But to become everyone to the depth, for a moment we have to become no one, or maybe for a longer period. So now on this level, we're talking a little bit different. And again, it's only one level. So what is our identity according to a lot of spiritual teachers? Consciousness. You are your consciousness, because consciousness is always there, never gets lost. And your consciousness is basically, or awareness is basically aware or conscious of yourself and everything around it. So if we are not our personality, we are not our ego either, and we kind of take a distance, then we say, okay, you are your consciousness. And to be honest, we play a lot with that. Be conscious of your consciousness. Who is the one who is conscious of his fears? Who is the one who is conscious of his pain? Who is the one who is conscious of your joy, your happiness? Who is the one who is perceiving this? So that one who is conscious is someone. I am conscious of you. I perceive you. I'm aware of you. I feel you. I experience you. And again, when we are here, there is a lot of freedom moving forward because we are conscious of our own conflicts. We are conscious of our own pain, happiness, whatever is there, whatever is happening and coming forward. But at the same time, we are not dead. So we get not so much entangled in it. We can see fear as something which comes and goes. It's not who we are. If we feel that we are less, this is a feeling, an experience. It comes and goes. It's not that we are less. If we feel bad, it comes and it goes. It's not that we are bad. So all our feelings, all our thoughts are coming and going. It's not what we are. We don't identify. A lot of freedom there. But then, still the movement through someone, no one, everyone is so important. So we are at the point that we are our consciousness. But the consciousness is developing. I am conscious of you, subject, object. It's developing. It's developing in awareness. It can deepen itself in awareness. I experience you. Still the I is there. But I experience you is already much more intimate, much more close. I feel you. I experience you. I experience how it would be to be you. I can feel how you feel. I can experience how you feel. And then again, there is this cycle, because to be able to experience what another person is thinking, what another person is feeling, what another person is experiencing, we need to move through the no one. We have to let go of our separate identity. We have to move through the no one to kind of basically to be able to move into the perception of the other, the experience of the other. And through this, everyone is coming forward, because this moment of letting go of yourself to move into the shared perception or the perception of the other, then we move into the shared perception. And then it's as if a higher identity is born. So there is another movement through identity. We become conscious that we are conscious. We become aware that we are aware in a shared awareness, in a shared consciousness. But this is not the last movement which is possible, and the deepest identity which is there. So the deepest identity, I don't know, because it seems to move on and on and on. Two different dimensions, different layers of ourselves. So the next layer we move into, and again by letting go of the identity, to become no one, to move completely into perception, where we let go of awareness and consciousness, where they come together, reborn, again the movement, no one, everyone, someone. We move into the perception of emptiness. And the perception of emptiness is really an exciting perception. Really a beautiful perception. Because the perception through emptiness means that basically everything is empty. And everything is full at the same time. Everything is empty from the separate I. So as long as our identity is a separate I, I am pure awareness. I am consciousness. If we move into emptiness, this I is disappearing, this separate I. And this is interesting because what is exactly happening? Is the someone lost forever when there is no separate I? Is it that we kind of, no one and everyone are coming together because in the perception through emptiness, everything has its own life. Everything is alive. And at the same time, everything is as one. We are talking about real unity. And you're part of one. But are you one with the flower you're part of? Or with the tree you're part of? Or with other human beings you're part of? Or is there an identity which is coming forward from this? And again, this identity, what is this? Is this pure awareness? Is this pure consciousness? Is this pure perception through the emptiness? Is this pure perception? Is this our identity? Or is it an identity which is part of the whole circle, the free movement between being someone, being no one, and being everyone? Is it something which flickers, which is sometimes more strongly there when it's needed, and sometimes not when it's not needed? And is this maybe the natural movement for us human beings? To move freely through this duality, to again, where our identity is reborn, the I is reborn again and again and again as an anchor of perception. And also on the layer of perception, there is this movement in no perception into what Nisargadatta called deadness. There's no perception, nothing. And from the no perception, perception is born again. And there is this moment when perception is born again, and we are perceiving that there is this kind of moment of unity between everything what is there. So then even this movement in perception, non-perception, and every perception, or to say it like this, we make this kind of movement. And what would happen then? What happens in daily life? How do we recognize this in daily life? So we have a train of thought. And we are aware of the train of thought. And we pick it up. And by picking it up and looking at it, we identify with it. It becomes part of us for a moment. And then at a certain moment, we have to lay it down. And to be able to lay it down, we have to let go. We have to de-identify. We have to become no one for a certain moment. And then often what's happening when we lay it down, a bigger inspiration or insight is coming forward. If we have a question, this is where we kind of move into the everyone. And then we say, hey, I got an idea. I understand. The I is coming back. There is this circulation going on. And when we move from one train of thought to another train of thought, there is the moment, what is called the blip, or from one feeling to another feeling, or from one dimension in ourselves to another dimension, because we've got this idea and this insight, and now we need to do something with it. So it has to become practical. So there is this blip. There is a moment that we're not there. It's like we reset the I into another part of ourselves in which we are able to do something with the idea instead of, perceive insight, which is more perception, into the doing. There is this kind of movement. You have an idea how to build a shed, and then the practical thing is a slightly different dimension. So we need to make a reset inside ourselves. So in this reset, there is a moment of a blip, and we have thousands of blips every day. Every time when we move from one train of thought to another train of thought, from one emotion to another emotion, from emotion to feeling, there is this kind of reset. A moment of letting go of identity, to find a new form, a new identity, to do things. Or to think more deeply about something else. Or to feel. Or to experience. Little resets where there is for a moment no one. A blip. And no one, again, is so close to everyone. And everyone is so close to someone. It's a cycle. It's a cycle which is so important to be free. Not to identify with. Not in the way, I am no one. No, I'm moving through no one. Into everyone. Into someone. So, when we are meditating, this is a question, what happens during meditation? So we start to meditate, and then we are thinking, okay, I'm meditating now. I hope I have a beautiful experience. This is a certain level of I, identification. And then we meditate, and if we are lucky, there is non-experience. But we are not always that lucky. But if there is non-experience, then what comes forward is maybe that we are able to connect with the pure perception, which we also are. And from this pure perception, we can see the pure perception to the non-perception and to a much more extended perception where we kind of feel one with everybody who's meditating with us. And sometimes on the level of love, sometimes on the quality of of consciousness, a shared consciousness, or sometimes on the level of care, or sometimes on the level of connection, that we kind of become aware that everything is connected with everything. And the moment we become aware that everything is connected with everything, again, there is this center point again. We move back to someone. That's one of the possibilities. But another possibility is that we are meditating, and then we're meditating and we're sitting and we visualize this kind of beautiful lake, the midnight moon above it, pure silence, stillness there, and then from the lake comes a golden Buddha up. Ah, that says something about me. We identify with it. So the moment we identify, again, this experience which is coming forward by letting go of a certain identification with an identity, so to become no one, immediately we become someone again. And then after the meditation, we have to share. And I said, I saw a golden Buddha. So we become someone in a certain layer, in a certain dimension. And of course, afterwards, when we look back to such an experience, we say, oh shit, that was ego. Not good, not good. Ego, not good. So why is it like this? And this is also interesting to look into. Why is it like this? It is like this because our someone is so deeply hurt. So we have to be great to be allowed to be someone. And why is the someone so deeply hurt? Because the someone is not recognized, is not seen, is not affirmed. And of course, when the someone is not seen, not recognized, not affirmed inside us, if we are not treated, seen, respected in our own perception, in our own thoughts, then of course, we are forced into the no one in a way. If we are not seen, we feel a no one, and that's not a pleasant feeling. Well, when you move to the depth of being a no one in meditation, it's a liberation. It's incredibly pleasant and beautiful. But this feeling of no one is so hurtful because it's partly connected with rejection, not being seen, not recognized in the individuality, and some not having the right to be an individual. The right to exist is connected with this. So then it's better to become like everyone. Hey, put your hand up. To become like everyone, because that seems to be safe. And then we get stuck in trying to become like everyone, whatever everyone is, because we have no idea who is someone, me. We have no idea who is no one, doesn't exist. And we have no idea who is everyone. And we never will have. It's just a movement, a spiral we move through our lives. But for this, the someone is central. This is where we come back to our center again and again and again. And if we are lucky, on a deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper dimension. But for this, it's so important to deal with the pain which so much is contained also around the no one. And of course, a block on the someone. I cannot be myself. I cannot be someone. I cannot have my own identity. It's not okay. Okay, it's not a very beautiful note to finish with, but I think I finish for now. And Georgie will have a beautiful guided meditation. See you back in 5 minutes.
Hey. So we are back. Yay. Lovely to see you all. All the precious, precious, beautiful, amazing, unique someones. And to feel you all. So the non-dual someone in us greets the non-dual someone in you. And why not? So it's amazing to have such a strong sense of what we are and who we are, and to have not a clue at the same time. So we're delving into the core of non-duality. So let's get comfortable for a little bit of an experiential meditation around this. Now, there's a secret to particular kinds of non-dual meditation, especially on this theme of who am I? What am I? And that's partly to make zero effort. The moment there's effort, we're pushing it away from what we anyway are. So relaxation is the key. So if we could find a really comfortable position, inside or outside our bodies. Just invite the whole field of experience to come to a relaxation. Often that involves breathing a little bit. Taking a long out breath just to release any stress from past effort. Letting the in-breath be alive as if it's the first ever breath you took. Just notice how your breathing is got a quiet invitation towards you, the mind to move into relaxation. To release something off its agenda. Just together with that out breath. Easily releasing the stress in the thoughts and the beliefs. The identity. Breathing in the freshness of the present moment. And breathing out any identity which isn't needed anymore. Any thoughts of I. And breathing in the fresh air in this present moment. And breathing out any agenda to be somebody else. Just letting ourselves empty out of those agendas. And what can happen quietly and easily is a drifting into the heart area. But also here we can breathe in the light of the room around us, as fresh as the present moment. And breathe out any pressure of having to be something else. Breathing in the light of the here and now into the heart area. And with the out breath, releasing any pressure or stress about being something else. Notice how easy it is to breathe in and inhale the consciousness into the heart area, the whole chest area, in the here and now. And with the out breath, just allowing the unburdening of the heart from the pressure to be different. We're breathing in the here and now, into the core of our sentience, our ability to feel, the depth of our feeling, the feeling vibration. And we're breathing out any effort to feel different from what anyways. It's such a relief to release that energetic holding. And to, with the in-breath, to allow ourselves to simply be here now. With the old out-breath, releasing any stress from the past that's been put on this area of being. We're breathing into that quiet and bright light, which is at the core of the heart, in the here and now. And with the out breath, we're releasing any shield or mask or protection that's been covering it. And now as you relax all effort now, releasing all agenda, I'd like you to remember a time, sometime in the past, maybe you or maybe somebody else, where you felt a great bliss in being no one at all. A time when being nobody felt wonderful for you. Maybe just a moment, maybe a period of time. Just let yourself inquire now into how it felt to be nobody. We're recalling how the body felt, how the mind and heart felt. To be in this situation of being nobody at all, just no one. And we're letting that sense of being no one expand a little more through the whole system. When you're ready, I'd like you to take an in-breath and a releasing out-breath. And now to recall a memory where it felt wonderful to be everyone. A memory where you felt you were everyone. Just notice how that experience of being everyone is affecting the system. When you're ready, I'd like you to connect again to that light in the center of the chest. And just allow yourself to be that one. Between the no one and the everyone. This quiet light at the core of the heart. Allowing this light to touch also the version of you as a no one and the version of you as an everyone. And to center in itself. I'd like you to recall a time where there was a tremendous suffering in feeling yourself to be no one, where being nobody caused an enormous suffering, or even just a little discomfort. But let yourself be brought into that memory where it was uncomfortable to feel like you're a nobody. Just notice how your body's responding. When you're ready, take a few breaths in the here and now. And switch your attention to a time where it was difficult to be everybody, where there was a suffering in feeling yourself to be everybody. Notice how it's affecting your body. When you're ready, let yourself move back to that little quiet light in the center of your heart. Allowing yourself to become that. And maybe you can let this light touch the version of yourself suffering being a nobody, and the version of yourself suffering being an everybody. We move back to that light at the center of the heart, letting it expand a little bit, relaxing into the cells of the body. Move our attention down to the pelvic area, to the bases of the body. We're arriving now into the bases of the body with the quiet light. And allowing yourself to relax as this quiet light of being somebody, being someone, right here in this moment. Maybe you could open up the atmosphere of this someone that you are. What atmosphere is here now around this quiet? What kind of color or vibration does this atmosphere have around this quiet light as it moves through the bases, through the whole of your being? Does it have any colors, or is there a particular kind of light or reflection? And is there a particular sound to this atmosphere? If it was to make a sound or a tone or have a voice, how would that be if you were to listen to this atmosphere? Perhaps this unique somebody has a rhythm or rhythms. Maybe you could allow those rhythms to play out everywhere where you are, just as they are. As we connect again to this quiet light of the somebody that you are, as it shines now deep in the bases of the body, into the atmosphere around that light. Perhaps you can taste the atmosphere. Tasting the substance of what we are as a somebody. We're letting that atmosphere expand wherever we're in the world. From here, it's easier to open up to the perfume of the atmosphere of all that you are as a somebody in the here and now. We're allowing ourselves to imagine or invite the scent, the perfume, the smell of the atmosphere of this light, of the somebody of our being here now, from the basis of our physical body. And just as you inhale it, allow yourself to share it everywhere, wherever you're away. And moving back to this light of the someone which you are in the basis of the body. I'd like you to imagine that at the source of this light, at the core of this light, you can connect with a deep, intimate doorway of silence, a doorway that leads to your presence, nowhere, everywhere, no one, everyone, somewhere, someone, in this moment. Just as you allow this silence of you, the atmosphere of you becomes free. Free to move through every moment of experience, every corner of the body, every moment of the past, every possibility of the future. maybe we can notice how this requires no effort from us. So we relax in the sense of the physical hands and the feet, in the simplicity of your unique and magnificent being here now. Okay, so at this stage we say separate temporarily in one dimension of form from our dear friends watching us on YouTube and elsewhere. Thank you for joining us. And if you're in the future, hi to the future. And we're here every Wednesday and we continue, and you're very much appreciated your presence. Bye for now.